Well, it's a Tuesday morning. There is a definite chill in the air, and we're getting ready for another freeze for tomorrow morning. So we're taking the preparations tonight for the morning tomorrow as we ring in the new year heading in a couple of days. So for morning lows across the area, we're expecting upper 20s to low 30s down towards the coast, maybe flirting with some mid 20s as you go across the state line in southwestern Mississippi. Bottom line, we're not threatening any records, but certainly well below where we should be this time of year here as we're kind of the last few days of December. 42 is that normal low for New Year's Eve. So 29 as a wake up temperature. So in order to kind of talk about what we need to do in terms of preparations, we're talking about light freeze criteria. So we're not talking about hard freeze concerns. So that takes pipes out of the equation. No need to drip the faucet. No need to wrap the pipes if you haven't already done so for this winter season. 4 to 10 hours in terms of freezing durations. The 4 hours kind of closer to the coast. The 10 hours as you go across the state line into southwestern Mississippi and move eastward of Baton Rouge and some of our cold drainage areas. So we're taking care of people that don't have reliable heat. We're bringing in the outdoor pets. We're making sure that they have adequate shelter. And then any plants that are still alive that you're trying to save, you either want to cover them or at least bring them inside if at all possible. So let's talk about the evening that will be ahead after we get through tomorrow morning as we bring in 2026. So for New Year's Eve festivities, if you're going to be seeing any fireworks displays or doing outdoor activities during those evening hours, you can see you're going to want the coat handy. Temperatures kind of falling through the 40s, and as we ring in 2026 tomorrow night, we're going to be around 42 degrees. So Red Stick Revelry taking place in downtown Baton Rouge is one of the many celebrations going from 8 p.m. until 12 a.m. So certainly, again, if you're going to be out and about, you want to have that jacket handy, but maybe not for too much longer. That's because our trough, our dip in the jet stream that is bringing that cold air down from the Arctic is expected to be replaced by a ridge of high pressure. Now we're going to get these subtle waves and kind of indentations here that could prevent a big rapid warm up. You can see the big ridge staying just off towards our west as we head towards the end of the week, and then as we get into the weekend trying to sneak its way farther towards the east. But notice it's still a little bit flattened out as a few more of these troughs develop across the Great Lakes region. So we are going to see a warming trend, but it's not going to be as drastic as we have seen the last couple of weeks where the roller coaster ride has been some significant ups and downs. So here's kind of the play out in terms of temperatures, high temperatures, and their departure from average. So up until we get to the new year, we're going to be below average, but you can see the majority of our next 7 days, we are expected to be above average and by several degrees. 62 is the average high temperature as we ring in the new year. And you can see we're going to be settling in the 70s for the most part, but only one day are we climbing well into the 70s, that being the day after New Year's. So that's because we've got another weak front coming in Friday night into Saturday, and that'll help bring those temperatures down a little bit. But these next couple of fronts, it looks like as we're looking in the long-range weather pattern, are expected to be kind of weaker fronts, so not necessarily going to be dealing with significant major changes in terms of what we're going to be watching for in terms of our weather impacts here across our area.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.